Hey guys, welcome back to Milo Gains Crypto. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for checking out this recent video. STEPN Go. How are you guys sitting with this news after, what, are we coming on a week almost? I talked about the good, the bad, the fuddly here, so thanks for your thoughts, your feedback, and I wanted to see more from you guys, or at least 24 of you guys. After some days to process STEPN Go, how are you feeling? And overall, it looks like we're a 50-50 split, just about. So first of all, we got I'm more concerned for STEPN OG, 50. And then between I am less concerned for STEPN OG, I was never concerned, or I'm so excited for STEPN Go, that collects 50% too. So yeah. Small sample size, but looks like we're teetering and tottering, and I've taken some days to still figure out my own thoughts. How am I feeling about STEPN Go? And I gotta say, with each day that passes by, overall for GMT, FSL, STEPN ecosystem, my concerns kind of shrink. And I talked about one of those in my previous video. In this video, I want to zero in on that. And it has to do with burning. So just for a quick recap, I wanted to know if STEPN Go was going to eat at this supply, right? Max, there was 6 billion for GMT, and we've been burning away. And I want to know, is this going to continue to burn? Is it going to go faster burning come the big swing of the bull run with STEPN OG, STEPN Go, Gas Hero, whatever else is part of this growing ecosystem? And as far as STEPN Go goes, we can expect GMT burning for leveling up sneakers. We don't know the count of how much GMT. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 5 per level. Maybe it increases with every level. But what it seems to be, or what seems to be the case, is that because STEPN Go will require sneaker burning to maintain energy each day, I'm wondering if these sneakers are going to go up in price and be really expensive on the market. So are we going to see a lot of leveling up? AKA, are we going to see a lot of GMT burning with leveling up? We'll see. Another one with a question mark by it is for sneaker minting, currently GMT is not required. It might be in the future. And then I missed one, actually, and that is mystery boxes. So we have this little nugget here. Users have the option to increase their mystery box slots capacity from 4 to up to 8 by burning GMT. So if you're going to have a luck strategy on STEPN Go, and one thing about STEPN Go, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, you can only choose to earn one reward. So whether GGT, GMT, mystery box, or garments, I believe that's what they're called, outfit garments. You have to toggle it. So, but if you're doing the mystery box earning strategy and you want to get more slots, burn GMT. And who knows what that count for the GMT burning is going to be? Is it going to be 1 going from 4 to 5? Will it be 5 GMT to go 5 to 6? Or will it be in 10s or 20s or 50s? Excited to see what that will be. But my main focus for this video is raw stone leveling up, and the fact that we do have a GMT count, and that is 1 GMT. I'm not going to talk about GGT burning in this video because I'm concerned about GMT in the FSL GMT ecosystem, so we're going to stay here. But it's going to be 1 GMT for a level up attempt, and that will be with 3 different raw stones at a 30% success rate. Following this first level 1 to level 2 level up, it will then be a 50% success rate going from each level. If you fail, your raw stones are destroyed. I went to go look back on our typical gems for STEPN OG on the white paper here. This is original STEPN. And the success rate is actually much more successful. It's only after level 2 gems, level 2 to level 3, is we go higher and higher from 50%, right? 55, 65, 75, 85, and then going from level 5 to level 6, you're 100% success rate. That will come with significant GMT burning, but you're guaranteed your higher level gems once you get past this threshold. But I thought, like, wow, like, you don't get these guarantees down the line. This is quite the gauntlet to kind of walk a handful of gems from level 1 all the way to level 10, and that would be quite a bit of GMT burning, I thought. And I was like, well, there's only one way to kind of figure this out, and let's kind of walk out the math. So if you can draw your eyes here to this spreadsheet I made on Excel, another beautiful spreadsheet, I wanted to see what these numbers actually would be, how much GMT burning would take place. And I know the goal is to get 10 million users on STEPN Go. And from the town hall, I believe they said there's about 100,000 current active daily active users on STEPN OG. And I believe I read somewhere else that we hit 1 million at one point during the bull run. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I misheard that. Okay, again, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice, that whole thing. Anyway, so let's do some math here and just kind of look at the numbers. So to go from a level 1 to a level 2, this is going to be the only difference where we have 30% chance. So taking 1 GMT for a 30% upgrade, right? This would be about 3 GMT for 90% upgrade, 3.33 GMTs for 100%. So that's about, like, really you're spending 1 GMT for every raw stone. So right here in this column here, I got GMT value / 1 level 1 raw stone to start. So 30% to get to a level 2, we're going to need 10 stones, 10 GMT burned, and then that will give us 3 level 2 gems, right? And I did 3 here specifically because I'm trying to queue us up to kind of do further math for these other stones. And here's what I mean by that. So if we have 10 level 1 stones, and our success rate with burning, we're going to get about 3 level 2s at the end of that equation. And now with 3 level 2s, we have 1 set of 3. And then with our sets of 3 after this level 1, so going from level 2 to level 3, and then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, this is going to be a 50% chance upgrade. So if we have 1 set of level 2s, and again, these sets are in 3s. Sorry if this is confusing. I know I'm saying a lot of numbers right now. That would give us a 50% chance at a level 3. So averaged out, that's about half a level 3. But we don't want to do halves. We want to do wholes. So we're going to double this to 20 GMT, 20 level 1 raw stones, and that's going to get us 6 level 2 gems. And now we have 2 sets of 3, and with this 50% chance of upgrade, we now have that 1 level 3. Okay, so then how do we then get to 1 level 4? What's going to be needed? Well, now we need 120 level 1 raw stones, 120 GMT burned. That will give us 36 level 2s, right? That's 30% of the 120. And then from there, we have 12 sets of 3. And then doing the 50% cut, because we got a 50% chance, we have 6 level 3 gems. And then that's going to be 2 sets of 3. And then with that 50% chance, we now have 1 level 4. see where this is going. So let's do the numbers for level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So with all this math, we're going to need 750 GMT burned to get a level 5. To get a level 6, we're going to need 4,500 GMT to be burned. Think of this, you guys. We're not guaranteed this 100%. We're not even guaranteed 85, 75, 65, 55% in these upper levels. We still have to go through the 50% gauntlet after going through this 30% gauntlet. But here, I'll just kind of touch on this level 6 success rate. 4,500, 30% of 4,500 is 1,350. That gives us 450 sets, because that's 1,350 divided by 3 is 450. Cut that in half for the 50% chance. At level 3s, we now have 225 level 3 gems. That gets us 75 sets of 3. Half of 75, 37.4, or 37.5 level 4 gems. That gives us 12.5 sets. That would then get cut in half and give us about 6.25 level 5 gems. That then is about 2 sets of 3 off that 6.25, and then we get that level 6. Let me scoot over now. All right, so then level 7 gem will take 26,000 GMT roughly burned. And then the level 8 will take us 160,000 GMT burned. And then the level 9, 950,000 GMT burned, just under 1 million. To get that coveted level 10 would be 5,600,000 GMT burned. And again, in other terms, that many level 1 raw stones. You'd have to walk through this gauntlet of chance. Just take a look at these numbers, pause the video. Again, check my math too. You guys, I'm not going to lie, this one hurt my brain quite a bit. I was kind of going back and forth like, wait, am I doing these figures right? Am I putting these little Excel equations in correctly? So if I did miss something, let me know. But I have a feeling we're either accurate or pretty near it because check out this white paper. Every time you get a 50, 50, 50, 50 all the way down the way, it's just getting marginally and marginally smaller. It'll cost us more and more GMT. So you guys, this excites me. Not gonna lie, I see a big burning opportunity. It just kind of at this point depends who hops on Step and Go, who uses it. And now let's work these numbers into just that. Who's going to use it? So right now, let me just write this here. There's about 100,000 daily OG users. But I was wondering, I don't know if we're going to get all 100,000 from what I've heard. And this was my position to start. It still might be. I'm not sure if I'm going to hop on to STEPN OG. At least not right away. Maybe I do. Maybe I have a change of tune here. But I want to just start with let's say 10% of STEPN OG users hop on initially. Again, maybe it turns into 20%, maybe 50%, maybe all of us hop on. But also, when we do get Step and Go users, will there be referrals, right? Will that whale, onboard another 3 or 4 users who start to rent at first and finally get their own inventory? So there's a couple ways we can look at these numbers, right? I got users here. So 10,000 might not necessarily mean 10,000 OG users. It could mean 5,000 OG users and all 5,000 onboarded someone. Or it could mean we did get 10,000, but everyone onboarded one person for 20,000, or we onboarded 20,000 and then everyone onboarded a person and a half to get 50,000. You get the point. But let's start with 10,000. Let's say we had 10,000 users just simply go for one attempt at a level 1 to level 2 upgrade. So that would just be 1 GMT, right? 1 GMT for 3 different raw stones. And that's going to be 10,000 GMT burned. Similar with 20,000 users, that's 20,000 GMT. But let's kind of move up. Once we all know these games could be addictive and no one wants to just stop at one upgrade attempt. What if they want to commit to that actual, I need to get that level 2 gem, and I will go through all those different upgrade burning attempts, which would then be having to go through 10 GMT per user. That'd be 100,000 GMT burn now at that point. Then 20,000 users, that's 200,000 GMT burnt for just one single successful level 2 gem. Well, let's not stop there. Now they're filling up their sockets and they're really loving this game and they want to go for that level 3. So now we got 10,000 users, all burning 120 GMT. That's 200,000. Let's say we're at 50,000 users by this point, right? People have kind of caught wind. More OG users don't have cold feet, so we get more going in, and now we're all going for those level 3 gems. Well, we've just burnt 1 million GMT. Maybe we're in the bull market, or well in the bull market, end of 2024, beginning of 2025, and we've got almost all the OG users, or half the OG users, and everyone's referred one person to get 100,000. Everyone's gone for just one level 3 gem, right? That's 2 million. Let's say they keep going for a level 4 gem. That's 12 million burned. Even further, one level 5 gem. This is just with 100,000 right here. That's 75 million GMT burned. But Jan and Jerry, they got bigger ambitions, right? They said that 10 million figure. I don't know when we're going to get 10 million. Maybe they meant 4 years from now, next bull run. But imagine a day where we peak at 1 million or higher of daily users, and everyone at this point has gone for a level 4 gem. That's 120 million burned GMT. What if our whales are really playing big at this point? Again, you got to think about this, right? I highly doubt every single user is going to go for a level 4 gem. But you got to think these whales are, they're burning and breaking their gems like crazy, 10 a day, who knows? So let's say of this million total, we have some whales that are really fronting some money, and we've burned 750 million. Go back to level 6, 900 million GMT burned if all 200,000 went for it. So these are, there's so many different combinations that could happen. And I don't know how much the floor price of these raw stones are going to be. They can be so expensive that maybe these numbers just can't even be considered, right? I mean, I put some things in red and orange for just numbers that would be such a significant quantity of GMT for what the total max supply was, which was 6 billion. So even if we do begin to near this, I would not be surprised if just some of the something on the white paper changes, right? Maybe it isn't 1 GMT per upgrade. Maybe it's 1 GMT for every 3 upgrades to try to bring it down. Because if we have 5 million users, again, their goal is 10 million one day, 5 million users who all just try a level 4 upgrade attempt, that's 600 million. And that is 1%, that is 10% of the total supply. 1% is 60 million. 2% is 120 million. So I put this in green here. And all green means for me is I would like to see this burned in the next year or two during this bull run. I'd like to see STEPN Go's contribution from just raw stones alone kill 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5% of that total max supply. And again, you guys, this isn't considering the mystery box GMT burning upgrade cost. This isn't considering leveling up a sneaker. And I think we also have to remember too, if users are burning here, does that mean they're doing this burning on OG realm, right? And do users only have so many funds to go around? They can only do burning. So maybe the burning's not accruing like whatever the typical burning for OG is now plus step and go. Maybe some of that market gets diluted, but still, so long as user base is increasing and step and go does onboard fresh new users, not OG converts, which I mean OG converts will be great to start, then I think we should be seeing that total supply continue to come down. And just for a quick update overview, this is my GMT supply tracking chart. In March, we had about 10 million burned. I know this is 10,000, that's a typo. And then in April, we had a hefty 36 million GMT burned. But May, I think we've seen a little bit of a slow. So the May month isn't over yet. And again, these months go by the 9th to 9th or 10th to 10th. That's when the new supply gets released once a month. But we're at 15 million burned so far, 11 days left. It looks like we're going to land somewhere between 20 to 25 million burned. Yeah, I think maybe the kind of slowing has been because that GST pump fever might have quieted down, maybe less upgrades, less minting. Again, who knows, maybe that fear around STEPN OG, STEPN ecosystem with the Step and Go news coming out, maybe we'll see some slowing of GMT burning, which is why I'd like to see this succeed. So for me, right, and I said this in the last video, I think so long as FSL, GMT, Go, OG grows, users increase, I feel good about STEPN OG, even if it becomes some dusty, grimy, not glamorous looking coal mine or gold mine. I'm like, well, hey, I'll get my hands dirty. I'm down to continue to mine GMT. Again, maybe it's not as pretty as Step and Go on the moon base. Let me fetch for the oil, But I don't see any reason why STEPN OG shouldn't be fruitful. That's where the GMT emission, kind of again that move to earn mining exclusively happens. That won't happen on Step and Go. So my play, not financial advice, is to continue to kind of earn GMT, and I'm earning GST right now, converting some of it into GMT, but planning for the long term here with GMT being a good looking token. And I'll also say this too, if even as I'm saying this, if GST starts to get neglected, and the hype goes around GMT and there's FUD around GST, from what I've seen, when there's FUD that surrounds a certain token, it goes down. You never know. There could just be another pop, right? This market cap, it's been kind of stable. Past week, even month, hovering around this 40 million. Because even before the pop, it was right above 10 million, going to 15 million. Right before that huge candle. But I'm not giving up hope on GST quite yet. I think it has some life in it, this bull run. Anyway, that is all I have. Yeah, you have yourselves a great morning, afternoon, or night. I'm still stepping, and guys, I understand the concerns, but potentially see this as an opportunity, right? If there is going to be a focus in Step and Go, whether you decide to go and convert over, again, so long as the gears are still turning in the OG ecosystem, I see bright days for STEPN overall, and I see bright days for GMT. And let's keep moving it, and let's get others to keep burning it. Or maybe we burn it, right? Maybe you do upgrades, which is great. Go do that. I might do something with burning here every now and again myself. That's for you guys. It's a gift for me to you if I burn something in the future. All right, guys. Take care.